Good afternoon, everybody. It is Steve Lookner with Agenda Free TV. We are here live to bring you coverage of the news that two suspects have been arrested in the explosion at a building at Harvard Medical School, which took place on Saturday. And we are going to get an FBI press conference. Actually, FBI and District Attorney of Massachusetts press conference coming up in 22 minutes about this news, and we are going to bring you live coverage of this press conference. Give me 1 second here. I'm just getting organized. But we are coming to you live. I have to keep my eyes on basically two different things here. Hold on. We'll put one over here. Put that here. We'll put this over here. Okay. So we're going to find out more shortly on this. This was an explosion in one of the buildings at Harvard Medical School on Saturday, and police had been looking for two suspects. I'm going to show you the pictures of the suspects in a second. If I can pull it up here. Here it is. There, AP has this article with the two pictures of the two suspects. There's one suspect, and then these two are the other suspect. So who were these people? They said they've arrested two Massachusetts men. Oops, we don't need this. Two Massachusetts men arrested. Yes, we will be doing, we will have an election stream coming later today. Election stream coming later today. So yeah, for those who missed it, we did a whole election preview last night, and we will have an election stream later tonight. I probably should post that on the social media for the channel. I'll post it right now. We will have an election results live stream tonight. Probably will begin around 6 p.m. ET. We'll post again when time is when broadcast is going to begin. Okay. So yes, we will be covering the election tonight. Okay, so this press conference is supposed to come up in 20 minutes. Let me show you what the FBI and said today about this, and we're going to take some comments, but I didn't have a lot of lead notice on this, so kind of jumped on the air real quick. And we can talk about it after, too. You can see right here, FBI Boston. Look, guys. Special agents and officers with FBI Boston's Joint Terrorism Task Force and Harvard University Police Department have arrested two Massachusetts men in connection with an explosion at Harvard Medical School. Details to follow at 1 p.m. news conference in Boston. Well, it's going to be 1 p.m. in 18 and a half minutes. Yes, no injuries in this. Let me show you a little more here. This is something that Harvard posted 2 days ago. Harvard said, Harvard Medical School said, we are writing to share an update following the incident that occurred in the Goldenson building early Saturday morning. and subsequent Harvard University police timely warning messages sent to the university community. First and foremost, we want to reiterate that thankfully no one was injured. The small section of the fourth floor hallway where the explosion took place has been cleared and is fully operational. There was no structural damage to the building, and all labs and equipment remain intact. Cleaning crews are on site to help ensure everything is ready for the beginning of the work week tomorrow. This is from 2 days ago. Harvard Police's investigation is active and ongoing. Yesterday, Harvard University Police released photos of 2 suspects, which I showed you a few minutes ago, seen fleeing from the building at the time of the incident. Harvard University Police has confirmed there's no continued public safety threat and is safe to return to campus. The building is fully open and accessible to all who work in the building. Harvard University Police maintain an increased presence on our Longwood campus. Okay, so again, we're going to get a press conference from the FBI and the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Massachusetts. Not the Massachusetts District Attorney, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Massachusetts. That is coming up in less than 16 minutes. Ooh, look, they posted here about it too. U.S. Attorney to hold press conference today at 1 to announce arrests in connection with explosion on Harvard University's medical campus. Well, there you go. There you go. All right. Give me a moment here. We're going to be bringing you this live. They are not live yet. As soon as they're live, I will send you over to the video. But they're not live yet. They are not live yet. By the way, a quick update, guys. There was a bomb threat against a flight in D.C. In an abundance of caution, the flight was evacuated and the plane is being checked. So it's, again, that's what David Shepardson reports this. He says, he's a Reuters reporter covering transportation. He says, source confirms threat was called in against the United flight at DCA and in an abundance of caution, flight evacuated, plane being checked. I'm hoping, and I'm actually assuming, that this will be like most bomb threats like this, where it turns out to be a false threat, but certainly good that they are taking precautions to keep people safe and make sure. So I'll let you know if I have updates. But again, David Shepardson of Reuters says the flight was evacuated out of an abundance of caution. But flights had been put on hold, I believe. Yeah, flights in and out of Reagan Airport had been halted due to this bomb threat. Okay. We are waiting for this press conference. I want to show you a little more about... Oh, hold on. They're live, but they haven't started yet. Hold on. Wait a second. Give me a second. I'm putting it on the screen for you right now. Guys, wait a second. I need to get this on the screen for you. Give me a moment. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment here. Let me get this on the screen for you. We have video available. I love it. If I can find it here. I found it. I need to just get this ready for you. 1 second. I'm pulling it up on the screen right now for you so you can see it. Wait, oh my gosh, I got it on the screen. Incredible. There it is. There it is. There's the video.
one that says public that works sometime.
We got the video. I got to put my headphones on so I can hear without you getting an echo. I like to do that. So let me do that. There it is, Department of Justice. Hey, thanks to our moderators for being here. I really appreciate it. We have Ruth Krafasi is moderating. Thank you, Ruth. Very much appreciate it. We have moderating right now. I Got That Fire, Matthew Kohai 3, and Tariag were moderating. Thank you. Are moderating on Twitch. Hey, thanks also for the gift sub, Meat Missile 32. Meat Missile 32 gave out 6 gift subs. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Meat Missile 32 on Twitch. Make sure you thank Meat Missile if you got a gift sub from Meat Missile. Arizona Toaster, thanks for subscribing. Also, thanks Linda Belk, Larry, and Misha over there on X for modding, and our Facebook moderators as well. Kay Lowry body modding there, Margaret Riley. Thank you. Yeah, so nobody was injured in this explosion. This explosion took place very early in the morning when it was, I think if I remember right, the police got called around like 2 or 3 in the morning. Police got called at 2:48 a.m. on Saturday. Harvard police said they got a call. Police were dispatched to the Goldenson building for a fire alarm activation. Upon arrival at the building, the officer observed 2 unidentified individuals fleeing the building. The officer attempted to stop the individuals before proceeding to the floor where the alarm had been triggered. Upon entering the building, which is at Harvard Medical School in 220 Longwood Avenue, Boston, upon entering the building, the officer determined that an explosion had occurred in an area on the 4th floor. The Boston Fire Department arson unit responded and made an initial assessment that the explosion appeared to be intentional. No injuries were reported. So there were 2 photos of 2 suspects released. 2 people were seen fleeing the building, and 2 Massachusetts men have been arrested. So this is a story that I thought kind of went a little bit under the radar. But I'm very interested to see if there's some kind of motive that's given. What are they going to tell us about the people? Are they going to say why they think they did this? Why is the FBI involved? Well, one reason might be that a possibility of terrorism. In the announcement this morning, the FBI said that FBI Boston's Joint Terrorism Task Force was working on this. I also don't know if the fact that it's an explosion would bring in federal authorities too. Justice says trying to get out of an exam? I don't know that that was the reason, but I don't know anything on about the motive, so we'll have to see. We have about 9 minutes until the press conference starts. And also the timing, about 3 in the morning when this happened. Oh, I do have a live shot I can put in the corner of Washington, D.C. airport. Just for the heck of it, I'll maybe throw that up there.
Yeah.
Now, why is that not playing? Let's try this again. Oops, I know why it's not playing.
Coming up to Boston. Yeah.
Give me 1 second here. I got to do something.
Turn left. Like way left. Like out to Buffalo, because they needed, they were like, we need you guys to hold.
I don't even know that we see the plane in this live shot. But what I'll do is I'll put it in the corner for you, just for the heck of it. If I do this, and I put this down here, oopsie, and I put this down here, and I, oopsie, it's all going to work out. Don't worry. There we go. So that is D.C. Airport, where flights have been halted because there was a bomb threat called into a plane, which was, according to Reuters, evacuated out of an abundance of caution. But I can I'll put the shot up there anyway. When I hear more about that, I'll let you know. It's Reagan National Airport. That's the airport. Put on a ground stop.
I'm hearing 3:15 p.m. for your initial appearance.
Tel Aviv loot goblin says, hope it's not far left extremists again. I do not know if the people who did this had a political motive. Hopefully we can hear something soon. Well, we should hear something soon, but I don't know how much detail they're going to get into about motive. Well, I'm interested to see that. Did the people have some sort of connection with the medical school? I've seen some speculation online that people didn't like, that the suspects might not have liked research that was being done. Was there a certain office or professor or subdivision of the school that was being targeted? By the way, the building, AP says the building where this happened houses labs and offices associated with the school's neurobiology department. TD Sports Card says, were these students kicked out of the school? The other thing about something like this is, to me, I mean, maybe I'm crazy. To me, if you do something like this, you must assume there's a very high chance you will get caught and go to jail. I mean, you're going into a building at Harvard Medical School. You would think that, like, they think there's got to be tons of cameras around, and that if I'm caught for this, this is going to be like, this very well could be serious jail time. So, there's that too. I mean, nothing defends something like this, but given that they did it in the middle of the night, they apparently felt so strongly about doing this that they were willing to do it, even though there was, to me, any reasonable person would assume there's a high risk of them getting caught and going to jail for a long time. Wormius says, I don't think a person that does this cares about being caught. Okay, hold on a second. Here we go. Hold on.
I think we're running on time. Hi. Sure. You can put it here. Yeah.
You want to put it here?
Do you know where the multi-box is?
They might be ahead of
Back.
schedule. This might start early. Amazing.
Okay, we're running on time, so I think we're good for a 1 o'clock start. We're going to start with U.S. Attorney Leah Foley, followed by the Special Agent in charge of the FBI Boston Division, Ted Docks, D-O-C-K-S. The Interim Chief of Harvard University's Police Department, Dennis, with one N, D-E-N-I-S, Downing, will be on the stage. He will not be speaking and does not want to take questions. Also on the podium will be Assistant U.S. Attorney David Holcomb, H-O-L-C-O-M-B. Any questions before I bring everyone in? Foley, F-O-L-F-O-L-E-Y. Holcomb, H-O-L-C-O-M-B. David, he's an assistant U.S. attorney in the National Security Unit. The hearings are today at 3:15. Okay.
Guys, I'm going to
All
get
right, I'll
rid
be
of
back.
I'm going to get rid of the airport shot during the press conference. But if something happens, I can put it back up there. I'll keep an eye on it, but I don't see anything going on it right now. So I'll keep an eye on the airport shot. But I'm going to keep it off for the moment, just because the press conference is about to start here. But I'm looking at it, so I'll let you know if I see anything. It's very easy to put it back up. I don't know the last time we've had a press conference somebody come out before the start time. If I need to adjust the volume, I'll do that as well. Might have to adjust it. Ooh, I know what I'll do. There we go. Victoria Estrida, our viewer, thinks they must have had key cards. How did they get into the building? Good question. Peasy Wheat says, were they animal rights protesters if they do animal testing there? Interesting question. Maybe we'll hear something more in moments. TBB740 thinks it's easy to sneak in behind someone. I don't think they're students. Nobody was hurt. A person just showed up and grabbed a piece of paper. I have not seen any video of the explosion. I don't see any screens there, so my guess is that they're not going to be showing any video, but who knows? We will have an election results stream later today, probably starting around 6 Eastern. Evan B., our viewer, says, maybe an attempt to slow the progression of a study. Fiona CD., our viewer, thinks it's an animal rights thing. This happened early on Saturday morning, about 2:45 a.m. Two suspects were seen running from the building. Bird Nerd thinks it was probably about animal research. Thanks to Gloria Yellowbird for becoming a member. Thank you. Thanks also Mort Metzger for becoming a member. Thank you. Oopsie. Hey, thanks also to Mitchell Pilot. Thanks, Mitchell Pilot, for the support. The building did not sustain structural damage. Hey, Marty Hagwood is here. Good to see you, Marty Hagwood. Thanks for being a member. And all your support, Marty Hagwood. I see a person walk by. Derp thinks that they wouldn't put animals in further danger with explosives, and therefore they don't think it was about animal testing. Yeah, the announcement today said that it was 2 Massachusetts men were arrested. 2 Massachusetts men. Anita Modolewski says maybe a political stunt. Bald Eagle Adventure says so much for starting on time. It's 1:03 right now. But they did come out before 1 o'clock. Hey, thanks, Owl Hippie, for the memberships. I really appreciate that, Owl Hippie. Thank you. Thanks again to all of our moderators, too, for being here. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Kelly C., our member. Flights are resuming at Reagan Airport, by the way. Reagan Airport announced our main runway reopened at 12:50. Flights are resuming. Okay, here we go. Here's the press conference. Flights, okay, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. This morning, 2 arrests were made in connection with an explosion that occurred on the campus of the Harvard Medical School in Boston on Saturday, November 1st at 2:45 a.m. 18-year-old Logan David Patterson and 20-year-old Dominique Frank Cardoza were taken into custody early this morning and charged for their alleged involvement in the explosion. According to the charging documents, at approximately 2:33 a.m. on November 1st, surveillance cameras captured 2 suspects wearing face coverings, walking near the medical school, and lighting what appeared to be a Roman candle fireworks. Approximately 10 minutes later, the defendants were allegedly seen climbing scaffolding on the side of 220 Longwood Avenue and accessing the roof. A short time later, campus police were alerted to a fire alarm from an explosion on the 4th floor of the building, which houses a research laboratory for Harvard Medical School's Department of Neurobiology. Security video showed the defendants allegedly exiting the building through a first-floor emergency exit and fleeing the area in opposite directions between 12:45 and 2:50 a.m. Apparently, they were aware that they may have been caught on security footage because they began ditching distinctive items of clothing that they were previously wearing. According to the charging documents, the explosive, which detonated inside a research laboratory locker, is believed to have been a large commercial firework. Following the release of the suspects' photos, members of the public called authorities, identifying Cardoza and Patterson as the alleged culprits. Thanks to a number of principled individuals who did the right thing and called authorities when they recognized Patterson and Cardoza, investigators were able to quickly piece together surveillance videos, comb through evidence, and positively identify them as alleged perpetrators of the charged crime. I want to add that we are very early in the investigation, and the criminal complaint filed today is all that will be public for now. The investigation is very much ongoing. Anxiety levels naturally rise when the public learns that an explosion was intentionally caused. I would say those levels may rise even higher in the Boston area. Luckily, our local police, campus police, state police, and federal authorities responded immediately and worked collaboratively through the weekend to ensure that this incident was in fact isolated and to identify those who are alleged to have caused it. It took an immense amount of law enforcement resources to determine quickly that there was no continuing threat to the surrounding community. The conduct alleged in the charging documents was not only irresponsible and risky, it was criminal. And there are consequences for those who commit federal crimes. Lastly, I want to thank the FBI and the JTTF partners, including the Boston PD, the Massachusetts State Police, the Harvard, Wentworth, and local police departments, and the Boston Fire Department, all of whom responded to this concerted effort as a result of the incidents that occurred, and as well as the prosecutors in my office for their swift and decisive actions that resolved this matter quickly.
Well, thank you, Leah. And good afternoon. My name is Ted Dox. I'm the Special Agent in charge of FBI Boston. Earlier this morning, special agents and officers with FBI Boston's Joint Terrorism Task Force and the Harvard University Police Department arrested 2 Massachusetts men in connection with the explosion at Harvard Medical School. We took 20-year-old Dominic Cardoza of Plymouth and 18-year-old Logan Patterson of Bourne into custody without incident following the execution of simultaneous search warrants at their homes. There's no doubt what these men allegedly did in conspiring to commit a deliberate and extremely dangerous act could have resulted in casualties had the Goldenson building been occupied at that time. This explosive device had the potential to cause significant injury to anyone nearby, but only by sheer luck and because of a rapid response of first responders, no lives were lost, no one was injured, and property damage was limited. But let me be clear, setting off an explosive device inside a locker at an institution geared toward higher education is not some harmless college prank. It's selfish, it's short-sighted, and it's a federal crime. What's equally disturbing, these 2 men allegedly boasted about what they did to their friends. We believe these 2 knew what they were doing was wrong, and they did it anyway. And while doing so, they tried to conceal their identities. It's alleged Dominic Cardoza even went as far as trying to hide evidence that could connect him to the alleged crime. The FBI recovered video footage that shows Cardoza sitting down on a bench after he fled the scene and removed his pants to throw them in a nearby garbage bin. Thankfully, our evidence response team was able to retrieve them. Now, almost every day across the Commonwealth, either an FBI special agent bomb technician or another federal, state, or local bomb tech responds to a call for an explosion, a suspicious package, or a threat. They don't do it for glory. They don't do it for money. They do it for us. They do it to keep the community safe from unspeakable harm. Answering those calls leave no room for error. Although we are announcing the arrest today, make no mistake, this investigation is ongoing. However, I can assure you at this time, there is no evidence of any ongoing threat to the university or to the public. Today's arrest should be a warning to others that if you use an explosive to maliciously damage or destroy someone else's property, you should not be surprised when the FBI show up at your door with our partners to take you into custody. I want to personally thank the community for their patience and cooperation. We could not have gotten to this point today so quickly without their help. I'd also like to highlight the courage and bravery of those who stepped up and did the right thing by calling law enforcement. The information they provided was instrumental in advancing this investigation. Additionally, I want to extend my gratitude to U.S. Attorney Leah Foley and her team, the Boston Police Department, the Massachusetts State Police, and Harvard University Police Department, and its chief, Dennis Downing, who allowed seamless integration of my team into the investigation. I want to also thank the agents, the analysts, and the task force officers on our Joint Terrorism Task Force, who have been literally working around the clock to identify and bring responsible individuals to justice. Thank you.
Take some questions.
Was there any apparent political motive for this, or any motive at all at this point?
The investigation is ongoing, and it's just too early right now for us to speculate.
Mr. Schrank, can you speak about the device itself? You said it appeared to be a Roman candle. Any idea if they purchased it in New Hampshire or where they got it from?
At this point, we don't have any information that's public about where they were purchased.
Have the suspects said anything?
That also is not public at this time.
So a cherry bomb or a Roman candle?
Our information is that it was a Roman candle.
And to be clear, they're not Boston-based college students, but they were at various colleges over the weekend.
That is correct. There appeared to be numerous parties ongoing on Friday.
Any other questions? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we got an update there. Let's talk about it. So, two people were arrested, 18 and 21 years old. I guess they had been that night at various parties in Boston. Sounds like maybe college parties. And they went to this building at Harvard Medical School at around 2:30 in the morning, and they ended up getting into the building, climbing up to the roof and getting into the building, and then putting a Roman candle large commercial firework in a storage locker. Oh, hold on, what's she saying? Somebody's saying something. What's she saying? They ended. Oh, she came back. Oh, now she's gone.
Higher.
All right. Well, a Roman candle firework, large commercial firework. They put it in oops. I didn't get rid of the Ted Dox thing. Sorry. The last speaker was not, who was also the first speaker, was not Ted Dox. Ted Dox was the second speaker. The Roman candle firework exploded in a storage locker at this lab on the 4th floor of this building. And let me just show you what this looks like. I'm not a fireworks expert, but Wikipedia has an article on Roman candles. A Roman candle is a traditional type of firework that ejects one or more stars or exploding shells. They come in a variety of sizes. Now, it was said in the press conference, it was said it was a large commercial firework. They are banned in some countries as they have a tendency to malfunction. The device is ignited from the top, which should be pointed to the sky away from people. It burns slowly. When the flame reaches the topmost pyrotechnic star, the star is ignited. Because the star fits loosely in the tube, the fire spreads around it and ignites the lift charge. The lift charge burns quickly, propelling the star out of the tube. And then the process repeats. So I don't know what this particular Roman candle looked like, but it was said that it was a Roman candle. One of our viewers, Yumi B, I'll say, says, I'm doubting the commercial quality. There's actually a video on Wikipedia posted by, who's the person who posted this? Can I see this? The person who posted this, their name is, this is a video from, who is the person? Do they even give credit to somebody? Yes. Flip619 posted this video of a Roman candle on Wikipedia. There it is right there. So I'm assuming that's what it's like. That's my guess. But Oh, hold on. I got to get rid of the clock. There was no motive given. Do you guys think this was like I mean, they might have thought it was a prank. One of the two, according to the FBI, boasted about it to friends of his. Also, at least one of the two tried to ditch his clothing when running away. The FBI said he took off his pants when going away from the place and put his pants in a garbage bin. Also, people recognized them from the suspect photos and called into authorities and reported them and identified them. Let me hear what some of our viewers have to say about this. No motive given at the moment. It certainly sounds like this is not to excuse it. It certainly sounds like it might have been more of a intended prank rather than a, terrorist act with a political motive. I don't know, though. We don't know that right now. But as the FBI said, the FBI actually used the language, they said, like, this is not a prank, not some harmless college prank. And, they said that people could have been seriously hurt. I forget the exact language, but certainly could have harmed people if people were in the building nearby. Let's see here. Our viewer Chaz Martin says, I thought this was terrorism. I thought there was a pipe bomb that failed to detonate. Yeah, so we didn't know. All that it had been reported so far before this press conference was that there was an explosion of some sort on the 4th floor of this building at Harvard Medical School, that it had not done structural damage to the building, but we had no idea. Also, the Joint Terrorism Task Force of the FBI was investigating it. But I don't know what they'll end up saying about the motive. We didn't hear anything about any political motive. But given that that at the end of the press conference, it was said that the suspects were attending parties in the Boston area on Friday night, which is the night this happened, Friday night into Saturday. Did they just go out to a bunch of parties and then at the end of the night decide, hey, let's go over and put this Roman candle and set it off in this building at Harvard Medical School? I don't know. I don't know if they knew what the building was. But yeah, the Joint Terrorism Task Force of the FBI was investigating this. By the way, a quick thanks to Blue Serenity, thank you, and I Am Charlie, and also Spooky RN, our new member, and as was 696, our new member, and Kelly C, our member. Let me read some more comments from you guys. And Devil Dog says, I can see how this is serious because people think this was a bombing. Also, I can see how the kids thought it was a prank. Yeah, I think Devil Dog makes a good point, is no matter what you think about it, no matter what the people who did this thought about it, the nature of the act is something which really, even if it doesn't hurt anyone in the end, although it certainly could have, it could certainly terrorize, so to speak, the community, because the community doesn't know what would cause it. They don't know if it's going to happen again. Right. So I certainly understand that point. And I don't know. Let me just see if the attorney's office has actually released the charges. They refer to a charging document. I don't know if that's public yet. Okay, District of Massachusetts. Leah Foley is the U.S. attorney there, by the way. They have not actually posted on their website. I'm sure they will at some point. They have not actually posted a press release about this or the charging document, which I'd like to see, but they haven't posted it yet. So that might have some more detail. Well, I don't think it'll have that many more details because I think they would have mentioned it at the press conference. Ruth Krafasi says they knew better. So again, two men from Massachusetts, 18 and 21 years old, you can rewind to get their exact names, went into this building, according to the authorities, at Harvard Medical School and set off a large commercial firework, a Roman candle, in a locker, storage locker, if I'm getting this right, a research lab locker. And members of the public, seeing those photos of them, which the FBI had put out, recognized them and identified them. You can see here. Here are the photos of the suspects that were released. From the this is from the AP article, but these were the photos of the suspects, the two suspects. I don't know what they're going to be charged with. I also don't know if there's going to be a charge for like obstruction of justice, because multiple times in the press conference they talked about the suspect or suspects trying to hide evidence. For example, throwing away their clothing. Hang on a moment here. So, you know, we had no idea what the press conference would say, but now we know it was a firework, a large firework put in, that was exploded in by these two suspects, they say, in this building. Yeah, you know, I see some comments in the chat. One of our viewers says it was a tiny explosion. Why is this even news? Look, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious why it would be news and why it would be important. If you don't know what the nature of the explosion is, for all we knew, I mean, we still don't know the motive, but for all we knew, they could have said today, this was a bomb that somehow failed to work, and that we think that this has a political motive, and there could be other people out there. Now, they didn't say any of that, but you don't have a crystal ball with you to tell you what they're going to say in the press conference, and you can imagine all kinds of scenarios at play here. So now you might think after hearing the press conference, oh, that's less than I thought it was going to be, or somehow different than I thought it was going to be. That doesn't change the fact that before the press conference, no one knew. And I certainly think it's important, if there's an explosion reported at Harvard Medical School, to see what happened with that explosion. Are they college kids? I don't know if they're actually in college. They're 18 and 21 years old. Yeah, our viewer DJS says, so now we know. Our viewer Margaret G thinks they're old enough to know right from wrong. Stutter says, always got to be wary, better safe than sorry. Have they released the videos? No, no videos have been released. Our viewer also, Eddie C, says, very sensitive time for such a prank. Blake Campbell Taylor thought there was no need for a press conference over this hysteria. Well, I can tell you this was a very big story. People were certainly wanting to know what happened in this explosion over the weekend in a building at Harvard Medical School. Infernal Machines think they knew the layout of the school very well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they knew that building. I don't even know if they knew for sure what the building was. And I don't know if this is something they planned or just decided to do spur of the moment. M says, you have to remember Boston is sensitive to bombs because of the terrorist attack / marathon bombing. You know, also Harvard has been in the news a bunch in a political sense, because President Trump has been, in the Trump administration, has been on this campaign against Harvard, threatening to pull funding and that kind of thing. So, you know, that's another reason someone might have thought maybe there's some sort of political connection here. Oh, thank you to Marty Hagwood. Hey, thanks, Marty. I really appreciate your support. Marty Hagwood, thank you. Jewish Pickle, our viewer, thinks as long as no one got hurt and they pay restitution, I don't think these kids should have their lives ruined by a bad prank. Well, we'll have to see. What do they get charged with? Do they get convicted of? Are they going to have felony convictions? I don't know. Are they going to do time? I don't know. The other thing to point out, which was pointed out in the briefing, is that a lot of police resources, law enforcement resources, had to get used and time put in to find them. The Sports Don thinks it's college kids boozing. Eileen Catney says, the way this country is, you never know. You mean about a particular, I think she means about with an incident, what it's going to turn out to be. Jen's Crunchy Vac says, fines and community service, I think. Okay. So guys, I think what we're going to do is, Ethan Dart, our viewer, thinks the motive will play a huge role in court. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping up this stream. I wanted to come on the air and cover this and see what they had to say, the police. We're going to have a live stream later today. We're going to be doing a election night results live stream. We will start at 6 p.m. Eastern or before, but the latest we'll start will be 6 p.m. Eastern. So, I'm going to wrap up this stream, but I will be coming back, and I hope you join us for our live election coverage later today, several hours from now. All right? But I appreciate you joining us for this live stream. Big governor's races, and we got New York City mayor election. We got governor of New Jersey and governor of Virginia, for instance. We have a vote in California on Proposition 50, whether to approve redrawing of congressional districts to benefit Democrats, to result in more Democratic House seats. So we'll be covering various races, mayor race in Seattle, mayor race in Minnesota, among others. So I hope you can join us later today. Hey, thanks to so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everybody for sending in comments and letting me read them on the air. If you'd like, subscribe, follow Agenda Free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda. Agenda Free TV, and I will post updates about various stories when I'm not on the air on my X account. Oh, hold on one second here. Okay. My X account you can follow for breaking news. There it is right there, at Lookner on X. And hey, I would suggest turn on notifications for the channel. I never know when big news is going to happen. We have our own notification system. It works awesome. It's free. You sign up once. You get sent a message whenever we go live so you don't miss a stream. The mods will post the link to the notifications in the chat. And you can find that notifications link to sign up on YouTube and Facebook in the description of this video. So sign up for the notifications. Also, what was I going to say? Hey, thanks so much to our moderators for being here. You guys are awesome. Beth Mythical and Ruth Krafasi over there on YouTube. Thank you. Thanks, Abby, for your support. Abby says, old enough to know to change their appearance. Thanks, Abby, for your support. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Carms, for moderating. Again, Ruth Krafasi, Beth Mythical, and all of our YouTube moderators. Also, our moderators over there on Twitch, like I Got That Fire, Matthew Kohai 3, Sarah and Riff Tracks, and all of our Twitch moderators. Our Facebook moderators, like Kay Lowry Body, Margaret Riley. Thank you. And all of our other Facebook moderators, and Linda Belk, Larry, and Misha moderate for us on X. Thanks so much. Another way to find out when we're going live, our X account, at Agenda Free TV on X. I always post there when we're going live, at Agenda Free TV. I post updates about the channel there too. So if you're on X, follow us there. We do have a Discord chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. It's free. A lot of our viewers like doing that chat. It's the same link as the free notifications link. So check out our Discord chat. Big thanks to our Discord moderators for all you do, by the way. Really appreciate it. And for those who watch on YouTube, I would suggest turning the YouTube notifications on. Another good way to find out when we're live. It's a little tricky to do that. If you are watching on YouTube and you want to turn on the notifications, what you need to do is you have to subscribe to the channel and then click the bell and choose all notifications. So subscribe, click the bell, choose all. If you are subscribed, make sure you've clicked the bell and chosen all notifications. Let's see here. Hey, I want to thank our Twitch subscribers for subscribing and supporting the channel, like Jack's Animals, I Got That Fire, Meat Missile. Hey, thanks again, Meat Missile, for the gift subscriptions. Thank you. Also, thanks to Hellsters for your support over there on Twitch. Thanks to everybody who donated, Marty Hagwood and Hellsters and everybody else who donated. So nice of you. I really appreciate that. That's what allows the channel to exist. If you ever want to donate, you can go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. But thank you so much. And thanks to our subscribers over there on Twitch, Devil Doc, Emelian, Annie Cush, I Got That Fire, Wall Street Shaggy, Billy Joe, and Matthew Kohai 3, and Sarah. Thank you. And all of our other Massachusetts guy over there. And Gonzalez and all of our other Twitch subscribers. Thanks for subscribing on Twitch. And also Facebook. Thanks to our Facebook subscribers like Sharon Klassen Goslin. Thanks so much, Sharon, for subscribing. Chuck Mosca, Robert Rial II. Christina Neal was moderating too. Thank you. Margaret and Kay, thanks for subscribing too over there on, and Shannon Davis Hughes, and all of our other subscribers on Facebook, and our YouTube members. Thanks to all of our YouTube members like Evelyn in Maine, Hasib Rana, Thyga Spice, Director Pepper, Peasy Wheats, Jack MCK, Confidence in God, Rich, Michael Avery, Ron Dykeman, thank you, Marty Hagwood, Jen's Crunchy Vax, Gary Baines, Chaz Martin, thanks for being for members, Owl Hippie, Thomas Darwin, Doug Cahill, Sabali, Jelly Plane, Kelly McAlien, Kimberly Barr, and Rich, I think I said Rich already, but it's fine, J.K. Sinar, Alabama Fan, Wizard Steve, Jewish Pickle, the Zool Grunt, and all of our other YouTube members. Thank you. So again, we'll be back. I anticipate coming on either at 6 ET or a little bit before then, 6 p.m. Eastern or a little bit before then for our election stream. We will be doing an election stream tonight. So I hope I see you later here. Thanks, Lynn Halifax, for watching. Thank you to James Gerald Eckert Jr. for watching. Thank you for watching. And Justin D. Winters, thanks for watching, and all of our other viewers. That is it for now. Thanks for joining our coverage. If you missed the press conference, you can rewind and watch it. But we will see you very soon, in a few hours, if not sooner. See you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.